Okay, so this is a quick video tutorial to show you what you could do with the learning menus, playlist, hyperdocs, choice boards, editable templates that I've been creating as part of my brain break here. And upon opening the document, you're going to notice the title slide and many samples that I've been going through and creating for a variety of subject areas such as physical education. Let me shrink that a little bit. Art, music, and just some general ones overall. So you're obviously not going to be using every single item in this document. The quickest way to only focus in on the one template that you would like to use is going through and deleting everything you don't want to use. So if you're assigning this to your students are not going to really care about this title page here. So the first thing you might want to do is get rid of it. And you can do that by going to edit and you can go to delete. Or my favorite item to do is just click on the slide you don't want and press delete on the keyboard and go all the way through. A little too much, that happens. Just do a quick undo, Control Z or this little undo button here to get to the template that you desire. Okay, so you could do some editing in this template itself. You can add a title, a subtitle. You can click here to add an additional subtitle if needed. So you can make this computer class, and you could title this the name of the class 101, and then you can call this HTML, hyperdoc, playlists, whatever have you, and give a set of directions here. And then in each column, you can type in and ask students what information you ask them to seek. You can also edit this title by going in and using the fill bucket, and you can change the color, of course. You can make this wider, smaller, just by clicking and dragging on the item of the table. You can also change the text, the format. So all of this is completely editable for you. You can even go in and make your own template. So if you just go in like you typically would for the slide, you're going to notice that there are many blank slides for you to use, as well as many backgrounds. And I promise you I'll be adding to this, so make sure to come back. So let's select this one here. And we'll get rid of that slide by clicking delete. Now I want to go in and give my students a workspace or an area to work in. And I'm going to do that by using the tables again, but I can also do that by inserting text boxes if this is the way you wish to go also. So I'll show you both ways. So if I insert this text box, giving my students a little bit of an area to type in, I then want to fill that with probably white. I would keep it to a color that's easy for students to be able to view. So the typical way you want to do it is usually a light background, dark text, dark background, light text. But I'm going to promise you it's easier on the eyes if you just keep it white and have them use the black text. So then you can add information here. The template, I'm just going to delete that, is actually set up by using tables. So to do that, you go to Insert, Table, and just depending on what you are requiring your students to do, it could be a simple table 2x4. Okay, so here's a simple 2x4 table. I can go and stretch that out. By default, the table is transparent. So to make it with the white background, I would go in and highlight each of the cells and just click on to the white. I can make this into more of a label by selecting this and moving this up. So this can turn into information, just for an example, and then your answer can be put here. I can go in and edit this text just like I showed you previously by changing the size, bold, and again, I can go in and add some design elements to that. I can even insert images right into the table, like so. So if I go here and then I click and add the image and make it fit into that table. Okay, Okay, so here, if I want to add an additional row or theme and say I'm in the middle of creating, if I right click on the table, I can insert a column or row as I see fit. So I'm going to insert a column here. Shrink down that arrow so it fits more. And then I can add an additional column of information. Now you'll notice that this is really rather small. If your students are having a difficult time seeing this, what you would want to do is just advise them to go up to the zoom and go to 100%, and that typically makes these easier to read and see. All right, well, that's it. Enjoy, and make sure to stop back as I'll be adding more designs. All right, take care now.